Hello everyone to the new session of TOC Ramadan Bootcamp. In this session, we'll speak about two topics. First, how to begin your speech, and the second session, how to conclude your speech. Those two important elements in any speech, the opening and the conclusion, the first impression that you give to the audience, and the last word that you will leave it for the audience to remember you and your speech. Those two, you have to take care of them, craft them well, as much as important as the body of the speech and the points that you are discussing through the speech. In the last week or the last session, we discussed how to select your topic and how to craft the body of the speech. To identify what are the objectives and setting the outline of the speech itself. Then we spoke about in the TOC meeting. What did you speak about? Hans, what did you speak about last week? All of you are muted, by the way, so I can see you speaking, but I cannot see you.
Hello.
I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I discussed about preparation and practice.
And that was the third session, how to prepare yourself
Yes.
to deliver a speech and how to practice it. And all of these videos are recorded and you can find it in our YouTube channel. Today, let's start. We have, as I told you, two sessions. First session will be presented by myself and the second session by distinguished Toastmaster Cecil Layanos. To begin a speech, it's important because it's like the key that opens the door. If you don't have the right key and if you don't know how to open the door, you will fail to reach the people. And as we all agree that reaching to the people is the purpose of any speech, to communicate with them. We are not only talking to them, but we are communicating with the audience. That's why the beginning of the speech is very important to have a good first impression to the audience. So in any speech, there is three main sections there. The introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The introduction where you will hook the people to listen to your speech. And then the body, where it will contain all the points that you are discussing and the data and the stories of your speech and the story that you are sharing with the audience. Then the conclusion, where you will summarize what did you say and you will leave something for them to take it home after listening to your speech. And today, as I told you, we'll speak about the first part and the last part. But the first part have some importance. What is the criteria that we can say that your opening is successful? The beginning of the speech is successful. First of all, did it get the attention of the audience or not? The second criteria, did you introduce the topic to the people? Did you give them a brief about the topic? And the third one, did you build this rapport between you as a speaker and the audience? The fourth one, the introduction, it should not take much time from your speech. So they are saying that it will take 5 to 10% of the speech. Let's say that your speech is 7 minutes. So how long your introduction should be? If you calculate it, it will take around 40 seconds. Let's expand it to 1 minute maximum. So this is the criteria to decide that you have a successful opening or no. So maybe you can craft an opening. When you test it, you find that there is something missing. One of these elements are not there. Maybe you are building a good rapport with the people, but you are not introducing your topic in a good way. Or that you are grabbing the attention of the audience, but still you are not building that rapport with them. That's why I put this criteria always in front of you. when you are crafting your opening, are you meeting each single point of them or not? Now, for the opening itself, there is a lot of techniques to do it. And we will take them one by one, and we will actually discuss it together. You will guess what is the technique that the speakers that I will show you are using. Okay, so let's start with the first technique. Tosma Ramona Smith is the world champion of 2018. I will show you the speech now. And I need you to tell me, what is the technique that the speaker used? If you cannot hear the video, please tell me. Do you hear it?
No video, no audio.
No audio.
No
No
audio.
voice. Yeah.
There's a transliteration below.
Okay, so I will share again. Share sound and share. Okay.
If you stay in the ring,
I just started from the beginning.
life will sometimes feel like a fight. The punches, jabs, and hooks will come in the form of challenges, obstacles, and failures. Yet if you stay in the ring and learn from those past fights, at the end of each round, you'll be still standing. Mr. Contest Chair.
Okay, so what do you think her speech was, her opening was all about?
She used a lot of body language.
Okay.
Okay, and she used like metaphor, like comparing life to a boxing or martial arts or like that.
Fine. Other things, other technique she used? Okay, now we will say that the technique she used is to state the importance of your topic by putting this metaphor, by linking boxing to the life, and how can you survive life through the story of surviving in the boxing. So here she was like telling you as audience why the topic is important, because here you will stand, here you will continue in your life. Okay, but she brought it in a way that it's like a boxing game. So that's the first technique. Now, second technique that we can use. So the first one is to show the importance of your topic. The second one, let's listen to the second speaker. How did he introduce his speech?
Beautiful, elegant, smoking hot. Contest Master, it's Vegas. And I'm referring to a car. Do you remember your first big gift to yourself?
Now he used here actually two techniques. What do you can guess the techniques are? Can you guess what are the two techniques? Okay, the first technique he used is startling statement, that he used like a statement that he compelled them to listen further. What he's talking about? What is this round and what is the, and he then he's saying the car. What is it about and why he's coming here to speak about the car? So that's what the question came to my mind while he is like opening his speech. So here, this is a technique that you can, with the statements that you use, you can just make the people connected to you to listen further. Then the second technique he used, if you noticed, the second part of the introduction was the question. That's a very popular technique actually in Toastmasters, to start with a question. He merged two techniques together. Let's go for the third one. A popular speaker for you, right? Muhammad Kahtani. Some of you saw the speech before, but I need you to focus now. What is the technique he used for opening his speech?
What? Oh, you all think smoking kills? Let me tell you something. Do you know that the amount of people dying from diabetes are 3 times as many people dying from smoking? Yet if I pulled a Snicker bar, nobody would say anything. Do you know that the leading cause of lung cancer is not actually a cigarette? It's your DNA. You could smoke for years and nothing will ever happen to you. This whole war against smoking is just to restrict the farming of tobacco. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Now, that was his introduction of the speech. Can you guess what kind of technique he used? He actually used
Humor.
mix of techniques. Yes, one of them was humor, and that's a
Okay,
technique.
then statistics.
Statistics, fine, yes. What did he do with you? Do you think that you want to listen more about smoking? What was the feeling that you felt while you are listening to his opening?
He tried to catch the attention of the audience.
Yes, by using the cigarette, right? So this is a technique that we can say that he was like rising the suspense, and he makes us curious. Why he is talking about the smoking? What will be his topic? The speech title is Power Forward, but he was speaking about something else, about smoking. So maybe the people was thinking, is it about smoking? Is it about diabetes? So here he made the people curious to listen more about his topic. Now, let's see this very popular technique. It's like 90% of Toastmasters, especially in the contests, they use this technique. So please pay attention and let me know your guess.
The steering wheel jerked. I tried to keep the car in control. That night in Chicago, a flat tire changed me. I pulled in the nearby gas station, and under bright lights, parked on a slope leading to a busy street. Mr. Contest Chair, Toastmasters and guests.
What do you think would be the technique?
Storytelling.
Exactly. Congratulations, Hans. You are the world champion. Yes, he was saying a story. And believe it or not, most of the Toastmasters and champions, they are using stories at the beginning of the speech. And that's, it looks like that it's very successful because many are using it. The same technique, they start with a story immediately. So that's another technique. Think about it. Will it work with your speech or not? And how you can put the story with full elements in the opening of your speech. Okay, now for the fifth speech or the fifth technique. That's the coming world champion. Can you look? Please pay attention. See the world champion here. He's coming to speak.
What's it? MashaAllah.
See, look
Very
at him.
bright.
Yes. Okay, what Mr. Samer will say in the speech. What is the technique he's using here? Again, this is a popular one, but usually we use it in club level speeches.
I just got rejected. Have you ever been rejected in your life?
Yes.
In a university, job opportunity, or a lover partner?
Yes.
Contest master, fellow Toastmasters.
So, what is the technique that I used here?
Questions.
Involving the audience.
Questions, yes. Questions will engage the audience. And they were actually, and this is the second, one of the other techniques to encourage people to participate with you. So through a question, this question could be only for them to think about, not to answer, but also some questions make them answer. Like my question, they made the people answer it by saying yes. Okay, so that's very popular technique to ask a rhetorical question. It could be one question or a series of questions, but all of them should relate to the speech topic. Okay? There is a mistake. Some people may say, "How are you doing?" That's not a question. Okay? It may distract the audience. Okay. Now, there is a technique also, which is you can begin with a quotation, because the quotation itself can add authority to the speech that you are delivering. And also it can amuse the audience with, especially if the quotation of a famous and popular person. And it can dramatize the speech point or the main topic that you are talking about. So that's a technique some people use it to start your speech with a quotation. Now the seventh one, I didn't see it that much popular, but when the speakers refer to an occasion. I found a champion. If you, he was like 2017 champion. He started his speech referring to his past experience in the world champion contest. But the disadvantage here that the people who didn't see the past experience, they may not relate to what he was saying. So that there was a risk here. So that's why it's important when you are referring to occasion, it should be like there is a common experience between you and the audience for that occasion. Let's say you can start saying about COVID. So it's a past experience or occasion happened that all of us face it. Or that you can speak about the traffic of Riyadh or Ramadan lifestyle. So everything that you have to speak about something, of course, related to the topic, but it have to connect with the people and they have the same common experience with you. Okay, there are some other techniques also that I would like to share with you. First of all, the humor. Like you saw in Kahtani, he was using it. And you will see it for many of the speakers. They use the sense of humor because they believe, and it's fact, that when the people start by laughing, they will have this good impression about you and your speech, and they will listen to the end. The second one, the audience participation. You may saw how did the people answered my question, but I will show you another example now. How did the speakers, the speaker himself, he asked a question and asked the people to respond.
If you can hear my voice, would you count to 3 with me? 1, 2, 3. Isn't that amazing? I mean, your counting abilities are spectacular.
Did you notice this technique? Did you see anyone using this technique in your experience in Toastmasters or any public speaking event you saw? So that's a unique actually, but it's there. You can start by asking people to participate, either by answering a question or like what he did, to count with him. Because at the end, what he wants, he'd want to build the rapport between him and the audience. A demonstration. Now, in my belief, what you will see in front of you is a demonstration. You may disagree, but that's my personal opinion. So let's see if this is a demonstration. Was it impactful in the speech or no?
If you can hear my voice,
Not that one. Let me see, where is the... that one.
Our life is like this stage. It is bright, but sometimes it's scary. It's easy to turn your back on your fear, but it's hard to turn around. Contest chair, my friend.
And I believe that this, like, she is demonstrating her opinion about the fear and facing her fears through her body language and through the way that she is posing herself in this on the stage. So that's like demonstrating her idea on the stage itself. Now the fourth one, to refer to an historical event. You can refer to, but still it's risky if you are not sharing the same history. So people may not relate. So I cannot speak about like a war happened in Jordan in the 18,000. You will not know anything about it. So when you are referring to a historical event, please take care that this event is international, or if the audience is from one sector, that this is related to them and they know about that event. So those are the techniques actually that I want to share with you today. But these things that we have to avoid in the openings. First of all, that you have to avoid saying how much you prepared or if you didn't even prepare. The most popular always is the second type, that you start saying, I'm sorry, I didn't have time to prepare for my speech. I will try my best and thank you for giving me the opportunity. And this is it's a wrong way in starting your speech. Even if you didn't prepare well, the people themselves, they don't know. So that's why avoid saying that you prepared well or you didn't even prepare at all. The second one, that avoid being dull and boring, like just say good morning, how are you doing, or giving very slow paced story unrelated to the event or unrelated to the topic. So that will let the people feel bored of the speech itself. Also, the way that you enter, that if you go to the YouTube and check the world champions and just look at the way they enter to the stage, you will find that all of them are energetic. They are walking with a fast pace, smiling, shaking hand in a strong way. So they are giving this energy to start the speech with. Okay. And here this is like a school says that you should not delay mentioning the topic. Like if you noticed, one of the speakers, when he spoke about the car, he didn't say the topic yet in the introduction. He mentioned it maybe near the middle of the speech, if you look at his speech. But other speakers, they say it, like, for example, the last speaker, she mentioned about facing the fear at the introduction, and Dhananjaya, a speaker from Sri Lanka, but I didn't bring his example here. But very popular, and he won the world champion in 2014. Also, he mentioned it in the introduction. So that's another school that you have to mention the topic in the introduction. Now, there's an activity here. This is the list of the topics on the right side. Based on the topic that you want, and based on the objectives and outline, if you prepared it already, take like 10 minutes and select the most appropriate technique for you to introduce your topic to the audience. Okay? So is it like stating the importance of topic like Ramona? Or maybe you will put it like a Kahtani and just mention some statements that will bring people to be curious and listen to your speech. Or you just to say a story that can introduce the topic later on. Or is it a question? Or you have a quotation that can link to the topic? Or will it be only humor? Of course, humor can be linked and connected to all of what I mentioned before. So it will not only be humor, the humor can be inside, like Kahtani, for example, when he just clicked the cigarette, started the cigarette. Even he didn't start it actually, he didn't set it on, but the people start laughing, even without saying any word yet. So now take 10 minutes and think about your topic. Whenever you finish, please let me know. You can make it shorter if you finished. We can make it, instead of 10 minutes, 5 minutes, for example. And our district director is coming to our session, so we will have this time. So is there any question about it, about the activity? Okay, can you give me a hint that you are doing the activity?
I am doing the activity DTM summer.
Thank you, you are a champion. Mukhtar, Farsina, Shankar, ASJ.
Yeah.
Are you working on the activity or not? Because I cannot see your face, of course. You are hiding, you are turning off your camera.
DTM Summer, just to confirm, the activity is just for the opening?
Yes.
Okay.
How is it, Shankar, with you?
Yes.
So in your opinion, are you working on the activity now?
We have to make any topic. Yeah. What we have to?
Let's say that you will re-deliver the same speech you give last time in TOC. What is the technique that you
Okay.
will use here?
Yes. I will check.
Farsina, You had an interesting topic last time.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. So
Yes,
is it the same?
Assalamualaikum.
Is it the same topic?
No, of course.
Okay.
I'm planning to have a different one.
Okay. James says, do you like to add something about the topic while they are preparing the activity? Because you are the trainer of the second session.
Let them focus with the beginning, because from the beginning from composing the beginning of their speech, and ask them also to conclude on the speech with the same topic.
So it starts with beginning of the speech to have a good conclusion.
Yes.
Okay, 5 minutes done. Do you need more time? If you need more time, please say yes. If you are ready, just unmute your mic.
Done, DTM.
You are ready?
I think you've seen that. I think it's the same old thing that I'm going to. That I always have been.
Okay, we'll give you another. Still, you have still 5 minutes more. So our district director is here. And let me brief him about what's happening. So welcome, first of all, our district director, Toastmaster Turki Al Harith. And for the non-Toastmasters, because we have like 2 non-Toastmasters, they are guests. This is a boot camp that we started the 1st of Ramadan to prepare the members of the club and anyone else who would like to prepare a speech. Prepare them and how to prepare a speech step by step, starting from how to select the topic until the delivery on the stage. And then by the end of the session or the boot camp, which will end in Ramadan, after Ramadan, we'll have a speakathon in our club where they will demonstrate a speech based on what they learned through the journey of the boot camp. So today we are speaking about the opening of the speech. And after this workshop, we will have concluding the speech by DTMSS. And this activity, now the current one, ongoing one, is for the participants to write an appropriate opening based on the techniques in the screen now, and related to the topic that they chose last week, and also the objectives of the speech. So that's why we have these moments of silence, so they can prepare the opening. So we have 3 minutes more. If you are ready, you can just tell me, raise your hand or open your mic and camera. If not possible, the camera, the mic is enough. Okay, so Toastmaster Hans, can you start, please?
So DTM Summer, like I know to myself that humor is one of my strengths as a speaker. So I would like to begin my speech with the same speech that I delivered last time. I composed supposedly for my area contest and division contest, but DTM told me like, I think it's not yet the time for that. So I think there is a good timing for that. It's just there on reserve. So I would like to do demonstration, just like the last speaker that you have shown us, the turnaround. So I would like to do a demonstration that I would exercise in front of on stage or make a jumping rope on stage because I will be talking about the process of losing weight or the struggles of losing weight.
Okay.
So that's the thing that I would want to do.
The topic
It
is
would
how to
be
lose weight, and you will start with demonstrating exercises.
yeah, a carrying a
Dumbbell.
light dumbbell or
Yeah.
a jumping rope. That's the thing on my mind.
Okay, interesting.
Then from there, then I would then ask the audience like a question. Who among you here have struggled in losing weight? It's something like that.
Okay, that's interesting.
Thank,
So you'll
thank you,
have like
DTM
the
Sam.
humor, demonstration, and question.
Yes,
Combo of
yes,
3 techniques. Wonderful.
yes.
Thanks a lot, Hans. Shankar, are you ready?
Well, welcome.
And Mukhtar. By the way, it's not required to deliver the speech itself, but like Hans, what are the techniques you will do in the speech? But if you are ready with the delivery, it's wonderful. Shankar, please start.
Yes. One day I was running in the jungle, but that running was not exercise. We have another reason also to run, that compulsion. Once upon a time, there, when I was studying in 10th class, one day my math teacher said, Shankar, I would like to explore those jungle. Would you like to go there with me? With I agree with him without any hesitation because I love to explore jungle.
Lovely, lovely. Very nice.
Yeah. So finally we decided to climb the jungle. On approximately 6-7 kilometers, we reached there and see beautiful trees and flowers.
Okay,
And
now here
like
I'll have
maybe
to
you,
stop you because now you
yes,
will
yes,
go to the topic itself. So the introduction, remember, the
yeah,
introduction should be like 10% of the time, like from
yes.
40 seconds to 1 minute maximum. But going beyond of that,
Okay.
people will get lost. Are you in the topic or you are still introducing the topic?
Well,
Okay.
the topic.
So maximum,
Yes,
put
yes.
it within the 1 minute, the first 1 minute only.
Only one minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
But
that's
really,
nice.
it's
Yes.
impressive. I like the way that you started and the story. It will try it
Thank
in the
you.
coming speech in the club when we meet,
Yes.
and you will feel a big.
Yes, yes.
The people actually will feel a big difference in your delivery. Great job, Shankar.
Thank you.
Das
Thank
Master
you so much.
Mukhtar.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. wa rahmatullah.
Actually, I already did even the body, but anyway, just for the introduction. This is a new topic that I base now on the lessons for today. So my topic will be like winning. Okay, it will be like this. I will be asking, when did you compete? Did you win? Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, winning may differ in individual goals. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Winning may differ in individual goals. I may be a veteran in the age, but as a Toastmaster, I am a rookie. Joining a contest for me made me a winner. That's my introduction, something.
Okay, so you are using the question and the statement together.
Mm.
So I suggest
Yeah.
only that you shift the greeting at the end, after the statement.
Ah,
So
okay.
you will just compile the introduction once, then you can just say the greeting and then start your speech.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Master Mukhtar. So our Comsophidians, Joanne and Farsina, are you interested in participating today? Sharing with us the opening of your speech, possible speech?
Inshallah.
Just here to observe first, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Farsina, are you ready? Do you like to
Okay,
participate?
I'll try. Yes, inshallah.
Yeah, let's
Let's do it.
listen to you.
Okay, my topic for today is about prayer.
Mhm. How will you open it? How will you
So,
begin the speech?
yeah. First, we need to introduce how important it is, how we benefit, like that. Like I wrote prayer is the most powerful weapon, the best weapon against all trial. So I will describe how my topic is important. How is prayer a weapon? Okay. When we are as
Now
when we
this
are
is the
as
Farsina, this is the topic itself. Now, how will
yes.
you start the speech? How will you make us interested in listening to your speech? So will you use a story or you will demonstrate a praying on the stage? You will start with saying Allahu Akbar and you will start, or you will say a question, for example, saying that did you ever pray for something and it didn't happen? That's a question.
Yes, I will make a story. At the same time, I will share my experience also. How is the prayer is become a powerful weapon to us? How
So
and
that's nice. So now here your experience will be in the body of the speech, in the main content of the speech. Now for the opening, since you are planning to share your experience and how, for example, the prayer changed your life, so that you can start with something about a question about life changing, or did you ever felt that there is a moment that can change the entire life, your entire life? Okay, then you can speak
yes.
about praying and then in the power of praying that it will help in changing your life, for example. Or you can just refer for what you call it. You can just say quotation from Prophet Muhammad, saying that Prophet Muhammad said that Salah Imaduddin, or the prayer is the foundation of the religion. So you can just say that at the beginning as a quotation. Then you explain your topic. That's why the prayer is important in our life and is considered as a foundation in our life. So yeah, you
Yes.
get it. So now what you want to say still will be in the body. You will not say it all in the beginning, but you'll just give a hint of it. Okay, just like a
Okay.
small quotation, a small question that will make people think, Farsina now will speak about praying. Okay. So
Exactly.
as
All
Toastmaster
right.
Cecil said in the last session, you will tell them what will you tell them, but you will not say everything, but you just give them a hint. Okay,
Yeah.
that's in the opening. And then when you go to the body, the main content of the speech, you will say now about the power of praying, about how it impacts your life. And that's why I believe that since it helped me much, it will help you. Praying is the foundation of the life. Okay, so you will say examples about how it changed you, how it maybe changed other people lives. So that will be what we call it the body of the speech. And then at the
Okay.
end will be a conclusion where Toastmasters said in the coming workshop after a while, She will explain more about how to conclude your speech. Okay,
Okay.
great.
Thank you.
So we'll hear the speech in TOC in April 19.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Thank you all for being active participants in this activity. Just to conclude by saying that the opening is really the key of a successful speech. Without a good opening, even if you have a good topic and good objective, you may not reach to the audience. So please take care of the opening of your speech, how you begin it. Use one of the techniques that we shared with you today. Look at a lot of speeches in YouTube and just focus on how did the speaker begin their speech. Thank you all. And now we'll take the control of this Zoom platform to the coming trainer. As you know, the coming trainer, DTM Cecile, she is a TOC member. She's past president, past VP education, and a mentor for many, and a mentor of champions. So let's listen to her about the topic, how to conclude her speech or your speech.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Summer Kamal, fellow Toastmasters, and our dear guest. Good evening, Assalamu alaikum. So today,
Walaikum assalam.
the last part of your speech crafting. So we will discuss now, how are you going to end your speech? Are you seeing my presentation? Yes, thank you. So last Tuesday, we discussed about the mind mapping. DTM Summer discussed already about the introduction. Okay, today, like how are you going to open your speech with the different techniques. Last week, we did the outline of the body of your speech by selecting the topic. And tonight, we will conclude or close your speech. So there are different techniques on how are we going to conclude our speech. So some of the criteria of successful conclusions: achieve a sense of closure. So as a speaker, you cannot just abruptly end your speech. You have to make your audience or give a hint to your audience that you are about to close or end your speech. So achieve a sense of closure. Make an impact. This is the most important thing. That's why even last week, I mentioned to you that when you are developing your speech, you have to think also the objective of your speech. Are you going to inspire your audience? This is aside from the project. What I'm talking about is if you are a speaker, not delivering your project, but you are an invited speaker, as a keynote speaker, motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, you have to think, how are you going to close your speech, and think about your objective. Are you going to give a speech that your audience will inspire? Or are you going to make humor? Are you going to give information to your audience? So make an impact to your audience. And you know, when you made an impact to your audience, they will never forget you. They will always remember the speech that you delivered them because you moved them, you inspired them. So that is make an impact. If the beginning of your speech is also 5 to 10%, then the conclusion of your speech, it should also be 5 to 10%, which is a maximum of 1 minute. Now, here are the different techniques. Let's start first. Some of the techniques, it was mentioned already by DTM Summer in the beginning of your speech. So there are techniques that it was mentioned in the beginning, but you can use it also when you are concluding your speech. And one of those is use quotation. As he mentioned, use quotation, it adds authority, it amuses listeners, and it's dramatize your speech. I saw a lot of speakers in Toastmasters who always use quotation. And I believe it gives a beautiful impact in their speech when they are using quotation. DTM Summer, are you with me?
Yes.
Because I sent you some of the examples.
Yeah, you want me to share the first?
Yes, use quotation. How are we going to use the quotation when we are concluding our speech?
Okay. I'll share.
Do I move? Do I start a new family? Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It was said by Henry Ford. Because what matters most is what is within you. Friends, you can be your worst critic. No one knows your weaknesses or your flaws like you do. But at the same time, you can be your biggest cheerleader, and no one can push you further or take you higher. I implore you, no, I beg you, look deep within on that next challenge. Find your inner go-getter and see how far it can push you. I've been there. Do I finish chemo? Do I move?
Thank you, DTM Summer. So if you have noticed, she used the quotation of Henry Ford. So when she started closing her speech, she used that quotation until she ended up with a beautiful speech. So some of the speakers, they use quotation. Now, the second technique is tell a short story or anecdote. Why? Because when you are telling a story, you develop it quickly, you make it short, and you reinforce the message. A good story also of a speech with a good story at the end, it also give a beautiful impact to our audience. DTM Summer, can you play the example?
But I was a part of it. I was there. There are 4 words that can help you make a friend. If you say enough times and follow through, you will make a lifelong friend. At the end of dinner, Jenna turned to me and said, "Josephine, I'm having a birthday party. I was wondering, Jenna, I will be there."
She ended up her speech with this short story about her friend, that she will be there. Are you still seeing my my screen? I'm not sure if you are seeing my screen.
No, we
Yes,
don't see
yes.
your screen.
Okay, because we played the
Yeah, we stopped your sharing.
yes. Okay, so number 3 technique is call for action. This third technique, it clearly explains what action the audience should take. And we have a very good example for this. DTM Summer, you can play the third example.
It's clear that a single word could have saved his life. Words have power. Words are power. Words could be your power. You can change a life, inspire a nation, and make this world a beautiful place. Isn't that what we all wanted? Isn't that why we are all in this hall? Your mouth can spit venom, or it can mend a broken soul. Ladies and gentlemen, let that be our goal.
See, if you have noticed, Muhammad Al-Qahtani, he used this technique. He asked the audience, clearly asked the audience, how are you going to take an action for that story? Again, number 4 technique.
Can you share the screen again?
Yes. Ask a rhetorical question. T.M. Summer already mentioned it in the beginning of the speech. End a speech by asking one question or a series of questions that relate to the topic. Somehow, sometime, or most of the time, what I've noticed what I've noticed with the speakers, they seldom use a rhetorical question in concluding their speech. But let's see this example. T.M. Summer.
Passion, ambition, aspiration. But to make even one of it true, to truly feel successful, you have a question to answer. Are you eating the sprouts first? Contest master.
A very simple concluding speech. A question. Next, the 5th technique in concluding your speech. Refer to the beginning of your speech. Mostly, tie your closing words to the beginning of your speech to reinforce your message. Usually, not only me, I heard it from T.M. Summer, and then I adopted it when I am coaching a champion. That whatever is the beginning of your speech, it should be related to the conclusion of your speech so that you will give more justice to the message that you are going to deliver to your audience. So let's take a look on this one. Can you please play T.M. Summer?
I haven't had the courage to officially reclaim my name. But here, today, I think we can make a step in the right direction. I was born Cyril Jr. Uche Chukwumere Dim. And this is me. Dini.
If you go to the YouTube and watch all these speakers delivering their speech, you will have more understanding on how they are opening their speeches and how they are concluding their speech. So the last technique for the conclusion of our speech is summarize your points. So repetition reinforces your message. Usually what I've noticed with this last technique is when you are a keynote speaker. Okay? I never seen a speaker in the contest or in Toastmasters delivering their speech using summarizing your points except in the evaluation part during the contest. But when you are a keynote speaker, especially when you are presenting regarding leadership, so you are emphasizing some points, for example, the qualities of a leader. If you are honest, trustworthy, obedient, all these qualities of a leader, And at the end of your keynote speech, you keep on repeating it to the audience. How this quality of a leader impact to you. So when you are closing your speech, you are summarizing different points. But I never seen it when we are competing or when we are delivering the project. I saw most of the summary of the speeches when you are a keynote speaker. So please bear in mind all these kind of techniques when you are concluding your speech. Now, there are tips that to follow to be successful. First and foremost, you have to memorize your conclusion. So even though we are having outline, but I always tell it to the speakers to make sure that you know what is your conclusion and you are giving a beautiful message, an impactful message to your audience. Second, end on time. Okay, you have to look on the timer. Okay, when you are a speaker or a keynote speaker, usually when you're a keynote speaker on the stage, they put also on the screen about the time. So what I've learned in my training as a trainer, they said most of the adult learners, they can only adapt to the presentation in 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, they got bored. So make sure that when you have given certain time, you are ending it on time. Refrain from adding new points. Please avoid, because you got, excited. People are now knowing you, especially when you become a champion, when you won in the contest, you keep on adding points until you become overtime. So just focus on the points, okay, of your speech. Don't add anything. So now, let's have an activity for 5 minutes. So you have your pre-assignment. If you want to continue from selecting your topic, like last week, you selected the topic, your speech outline, you outlined your speech. DTM Summer asked you to do the opening of your speech. Now, let's have a concluding speech using these different techniques. So I'm giving you 5 minutes to work on your conclusion based on your topic. And then raise your hand if you finish, or unmute yourself to deliver it. And your time starts now. So we have different techniques. Use quotation, tell a short story or anecdote, call for action, ask rhetorical question, refer to the beginning of the speech, and summarize your points. So 6 techniques that you can use in closing your speech. For our guest, I think we have a lot of guests. DTM Summer, can you brief them of what's happening to our training?
Okay. Now, welcome to Toastmaster Shikar, our PQD, and Toastmaster Abdullah. Salik. And this is the bootcamp. We call it the TOC, Toast of Komsufil Ramadan Bootcamp. It's a bootcamp during all the Ramadan month, online sessions extracted from the Better Speaker series. And the goal of it is to empower our members and the guests of the club and any member in Toastmasters to prepare the speech step by step, starting from selecting how to select the topic through preparing the body and the outline of the speech, how to begin the speech, how to conclude it, and how to prepare and practice, and how to use the body language, which will be next week or next Friday, and be ready with the speech. For the speakathon, that will be the final event of the boot camp. You can see the graduation. It will happen hopefully in April 19 during the Toast of Komsufil meeting. And this will happen as a speakathon where all the bootcamp participants can join and deliver the speech that they were preparing throughout Ramadan and by this bootcamp. So this is a brief about this project.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, Mr. PQD. And thanks for Toastmaster Abdullah for coming. And also, of course, we previously welcomed our district director, Toastmaster Turkey. And we have also club members plus guests coming from the mother organization of our club, Komsufil. We are happy that they are joining us and participating actively in the program.
So anyone is ready to deliver? Toastmaster Hans, Toastmaster Mukhtar. Farzina. Toastmaster Shinkar. I did not see him. He left.
DTM says.
Ready?
Yeah, I'll just read the last part of my the conclusion.
Okay.
Isn't it that a while ago that for
before you start, are you selecting the same topic? Work in progress.
Yeah.
Okay, so your topic
Yeah,
is
yeah.
work in progress. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I told you that I would want to start that I would do some routine exercise on stage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will go back to that. I will go back to doing the exercise, but before that, I will say these words like, so to all my fellow warriors out there, be it in weight loss, self-care, or even on your Toastmasters journey, embrace your journey, celebrate your victories, and never underestimate yourself. And as for me doing my exercise, well, let's just say that I'm holding on to it and it's a work in progress. Then, alas, I will go back to that one.
Thank
the
you so much.
Exercise.
Okay, so you're using technique number 5, refer to the beginning of the speech. Toastmaster Mukhtar for our Komsufilian, Farzina. Do you have something? Last time, Komsufilian Farzina has a very good topic. She selected the first time topic that I've heard towards my journey in Toastmasters.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have any conclusion or any topic? You mentioned earlier that your topic will be prayer. Did you find any concluding part? Miss Farzina?
Yes, okay.
You want to try?
Okay, this is my conclusion topic. Okay. What we believe. I think I'm not ready yet.
That's okay. So your topic, are you going to continue with the topic on prayers?
Prayer.
Okay, so you
Yes.
will continue it until you deliver the speech.
Inshallah.
Okay. Thank you. How about Toastmaster Mukhtar?
Yeah.
Any concluding speech with your topic?
Yeah, I think I will, because I prepared different topic last week and today, so I will just go back to the topic that I shared last week, which is
Okay.
a hobby, which the title I love this game. So with that speech, I'll be concluding it something like this, like, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Having a hobby in sports like basketball, it teaches good discipline by avoiding bad habits to keep you in shape and be competitive. Sports will surely give you good physical health, mentally and spiritually. So enjoy your hobby and enjoy yourself. Just something like that.
Okay. So I want you to have a call for action. We can develop more regarding your concluding speech, but it's a nice topic. Are you going to use it for your final speech, or you will change your topic?
Still choosing between the one that I delivered today or this one.
Okay, so you have two speeches then.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. That's all, DTM Summer, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Cecile, for concluding and for conducting this workshop about how to conclude your speech. And concluding the speech is important as opening the speech and the body. So if you have a very valuable points, but you cannot conclude it in a strong way, in a way that the people remember you and remember your speech, as if you just you open the door of your apartment, okay, and welcoming the people, but there is no furniture. So people will leave you with bad impression, okay? So that's how it's important to have a conclusion of your speech. And next week, this Friday, during the Toast of Comsoville meeting at 2 p.m., we will have our last session in the bootcamp, which is using your body language. How you can use your body, how you can use your gestures to emphasize and reflect the points that you're talking about. And it will be given by the distinguished Toastmaster Cecile. Again. By force.
It's Toastmaster Hans, huh?
Because Hans, he delivered the training in the last week in TOC, and I delivered the week before. So we don't want people to get bored of our faces in TOC meetings.
So who will be?
DTM Cecile.
Okay. MashaAllah. It's a good one.
And if you want, we can extend the bootcamp for one more session next Tuesday to dedicate it for you to deliver your speech, or even the outline and how you think you can deliver the speech, and we can mentor you. Me, Cecile, and Hans, we can be your mentors during the session. We can have breakout rooms, one-to-one session or 1-to-2, depends on how many participants. So we can help you in developing your speech. Putting in your mind that we need you to be ready on April 19 for delivering your speech in TOC meeting. And we are ready also to help you from Friday until April 19 if you want to have a one-to-one communications to improve your speech further. So by that, thank you so much for being with us. And now I will end the record. Then